In today's Fox story, we discover that Reddy made 3 foolish wishes. What could they have been? Let's read on to learn more. Most of us are foolish enough to make wishes that cannot come through. I guess you have done it. Peter Rabbit has done it often and then laughed at himself afterwards. I suspect that even shrewd, clever old Granny Fox has been guilty of making foolish wishes more than once. It is not surprising that Reddy Fox, as hungry as he was, should do a little foolish wishing. There's nothing so foolishly silly and vain as to wish for a thing you can never attain. Reddy had left home to go to the old pasture, with the hope of finding something to eat there. He started off bravely. It was very cold, but his fur coat kept him warm as long as he was moving. The green meadows were glistening white with snow. All the world that he knew was white. It was beautiful, very beautiful, as millions of sparkles flashed in the sun. But Reddy had no thought for beauty. He was only thinking about something to put in his and Granny Fox's